let's chat Star Wars. Welcome back, guys, it's the Geek here. Yes, lots of Star Wars stuff is going on. We've had recently the Obi-Wan show drop. Now, I'm not going to do like a full review here, but I would just quickly say I don't think it's very good. I think they've kind of missed a trick with it in some ways. It's not awful, and I probably will watch it all until it's finished, because I'd like to see how the story of Obi-Wan continues after the Clone Wars, and so yeah, I probably will watch it. It's not, like I said, it's not terrible, but I don't think I wouldn't use the word good. To be honest, it's extremely low budget. When I first started watching it, there's this scene of the clones they've received Order 66. I don't want to spoil. Oh, it's not really a spoiler, but and they're sort of trying to kill some of the Jedi. There's one Jedi, and the lightsaber just looks like a prop you buy from a toy store. The acrobatics were very, very, they weren't the best, and it just looked really amateur. It was like an Amdram performance, and I was like, okay, well, fair enough. They're doing low budget for some reason, but I don't think there's any excuse for that. This is Obi-Wan. Originally Obi-Wan was going to be a movie, potentially. So they've gone from doing potentially a movie with Ewan McGregor for Obi-Wan, which is quite a big character, to doing a show, and it's like, okay, fine, because The Mandalorian I thought was a really good show, so that's fine, yeah. But then it was even lower budget than The Mandalorian, I'd say, and I was just surprised. And there was one part where the Inquisitors, who are supposed to be, scary, they landed and they come out, and like I say, it just looks so low budget. It just like these pieces of plastic on them and bad sort of like makeup design, and it doesn't even look like the actual Inquisitor, to be honest. And I burst out laughing. It was supposed to be a serious moment, and I just went, like, it just looked bad. I was like, what are they doing? Like I say, it's just not brilliant. It's just an okay show. So yeah, a bit disappointed with that, but we'll see how it goes. It might get better. To be fair, I just watched episode 3, and that was better than the first two. So maybe the first two sort of blend into each other, and I was like, But like I say, it just seemed like it was lower budget than Mandalorian. For example, the Boba Fett series was lower budget than Mandalorian a little bit, and even with that they tried to sort of make it less about that main character, less about his story, and changed a lot of his character to almost being unrecognisable. It was still a good show, but this seems even lower budget than that. I don't know, I could be wrong on how it looked. I'm very critical, so maybe you think it looks alright, but it looks a bit of a wet fish, to be honest. But we have got news, and this picture alludes to that, if you've played it or know about it. There's going to be a sequel to Jedi Fallen Order, which I thought was an awesome game. I really did enjoy that game. Difficult, it's a bit like Sekiro, or maybe like Dark Souls. It's that kind of combat, and I played it on the second hardest difficulty, which was tough. Like, there were points it was difficult with that difficulty, because you have to be really good at parrying and really good at that. And I've never even played a Dark Souls game. I know all about them, obviously, but I've never actually played one of them. So I think with this new game, I'll probably play it on the medium level or whatever. Have to see. I think it's got like a story mode, and then it's like medium or easy, and then it's hard, and then it's ridiculous. So one of the middle ones I'll play it on. And yeah, there's a teaser trailer for it, for the sequel, and this ties in with the other stuff, the Obi-Wan stuff, because of course you see a lot of Inquisitors. Well, I say of course, you might not know the game, but you do see a lot of Inquisitors in the Fallen Order game. You beat them up, you take them to school, and obviously they're in this show, and they're a big feature because Darth Vader wants them to hunt down the remaining Jedi after Order 66. And just getting back to that real quick, what I would say, in credit to Disney, its catalogue is quite good. So on Disney Plus, it's got all of the Clone Wars animated show, and I watched it, all of it, because I think I'd only watched maybe 1 or 2 of the seasons, but I watched it from start to finish. Didn't actually take that long, even though there's quite a lot of episodes, but they're only like 20 minutes long, something like that. Watched it from start to finish because I wanted to prep for the Obi-Wan series, which is kind of wasted now for that series, how it's turning out. It's just sort of okay, but it's not a waste in the sense that that show is genuinely amazing. Like, I wouldn't say it's for kids. Obviously kids watch it, but it's aimed at... It's just aimed at fan. It's honestly really, really good. So I just would, if you've not seen that, check it out. The stories are awesome. It reflects into things happening in real life in such big ways. Like, you're like, oh, I bet that's what's going on. Things like that. And it's just a really, really good show. And it sees, obviously, the development of the characters. And it's an interesting one because you know it's going to have a horrible ending. So, you know, they're building these friendships, but you know it's all going to go bad. So yeah, I would recommend that show, regardless. But that's enough waffling, but I did want to talk about Star Wars a little bit. Let's watch this teaser trailer and see what it looks like. Okay, the sequel is called Star Wars Jedi Survivor, because the Order fell, and now he's survived. Whatever. Let's play. Cal Kestis, where are you? This is not actual gameplay, okay.
Tell me, Cal Kestis,
That's our ship.
why lead when they won't follow? Why fight?
Go on, Cal.
When you can't
Try again.
win? What is your next
Ah.
move, Jedi?
It's to cut you down. I wonder who that is. Oh, wow, this is cool. Is that the Survivor? 2023? Just release it now. Just release it now. Give us something to play. And that dropped a few days ago, like a week ago. So let's have a quick read of what this says. It says, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, everything we know so far about Fallen Order 2. Star Wars Jedi Survivor was announced during Star Wars Celebration, with developer Respawn Entertainment giving us our first look at the highly anticipated sequel to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. The 2019 adventure tracked Jedi Padawan Cal Kestis as he completed his training and circumvented the Imperial Inquisition, this is a mouthful, and Jedi Survivor is set to pick up 5 years later. This is Fallen Order 2 in all but name, but next chapter in Kestis' journey to survive the dark times. Thankfully, we already have a release window, story details and more to share. So it says Star Wars Jedi Survivor is set to release in 2023. Neither Respawn nor Lucasfilm Games yet to confirm a more specific release date, so we haven't really got that much of a window of 12 months. Ooh, that's good. And it's although it is following a similar trajectory to its predecessor, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which was revealed in 2018 and released in November 2019. So okay, so we're thinking maybe later part of 2023. That's a long time to wait, isn't it? But okay. Respawn has confirmed that Star Wars Jedi Survivor is going to release on PC. That's probably what I'll play it on. That's what I played the first one on. But I did actually use my Xbox controller because it's a bit easier to use a controller to play it, if that makes sense. But I prefer I'll play it on my PC, I expect. Star Wars Jedi Survivor was a surprise announcement during Star Wars Celebration. The debut trailer sets the tone for a darker adventure with returning Cal Kestis noticeably weathered after years of constant pursuit from the Empire. The trailer confirms that BD-1 will be along for the ride, while also hinting that the lightsaber we spent so much of Jedi Fallen Order crafting will be lost to the Inquisitors and that the Stinger Mantis ship will be decommissioned. I liked that ship. I liked it. That was a good part of Fallen Order, you know, going all to different planets all the time, because there was always a bit like I guess that reminded me of Metroid a bit, where you know, loads of games are like it. You can't go to a certain area until you've unlocked a certain skill, and so you'd be on one planet, you'd be like, oh, what's over there? And you can't do it yet, and you go back there later. And often you don't even need to go back there, but if you want to get extra stuff or whatever, you go there. So I spent quite a lot of time doing that sort of stuff. The Star Wars Jedi Survivor story is set to pick up 5 years after events of Jedi Fallen Order. Yes, we know that. With Cal Kestis sacrificing the chance to rebuild the Jedi Order to keep Force-sensitive children safe from the Empire. In Jedi Survivor, Respawn promises a darker tone as Cal must do whatever it takes to stay alive as one of the last remaining Jedi in the galaxy, which is far, far away. There may be good reason for Respawn basing the likeness of Cal Kestis so accurately on actor Cameron Monaghan. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is set to take place during a pivotal period on Star Wars timeline, with its events falling during the same point in time as the Andor and Obi-Wan Kenobi Disney Plus shows. Rumours have been circulating for weeks now that Monaghan's Kestis is set to appear in Obi-Wan, which was further fueled by Ewan McGregor citing the need for his Disney Plus show to match up with events of law. Yeah, and this is why I was talking about that so much, because the events do, you know, they do interlink. These Inquisitors are around that time. This is all the similar time in the Star Wars story. So Respawn is yet to show Star Wars Jedi Survivor gameplay footage. Yeah, obviously it'll be very similar to the previous one, maybe boosted up a little bit. It will expand on the series of dynamic combat in new innovative ways. In order to survive, Cal must learn new skills and grow his connection with the Force. What's he got to do? Has he got to get lightning all the time? What? Speaking with the official Star Wars website, that's enough of that. So, okay, it's a game. It's coming out in 2023. It didn't actually tell us that much extra there, but just thought I'd read it anyway, really. So did you play Jedi Fallen Order? Did you like it? If you've not played it or seen it, I've got a full playthrough of it on my channel, so you can check that out. And it's cool because, like I say, it's Inquisitors. It's that point where the Jedi are hiding, and it's all tying in with the Clone Wars stuff on Disney Plus, and now Obi-Wan. So yeah, definitely worth checking out, I would say, and I'm looking forward to the second game because honestly, it is a really, really good game. It's a really good adventure game. The combat is awesome. The characters, you know, seeing people you know from the other parts, and you're like, oh, this is really cool. So I think it's a good game. I wish they would put as much effort into maybe some of these shows as they do the games, and not just trying to make them all, I don't know, so low budget and being all political about it or whatever. It's just like, just tell a good story, you know, for God's sake. Anyway, that'll do it for this one, little chat about Star Wars. So guys, if you like that, please click like, make sure you subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next video. And until then, remember, the Force, it's not with you, I'm afraid. It doesn't exist. Okay, bye. Guys, if you're still here, you're awesome! But as you are still here, why not check out some of my other videos? Oh, and if you haven't already, please click subscribe. Laters, haters.